So I need to go back to this news, something I talked about yesterday about prismatic evolutions and how potentially, that the Master Ball reverse holo thing might not be in the main set and possibly they're going to be promo cards based on this website. And a lot of you guys didn't understand. I'm not saying this is happening. I'm not telling you this website's 100% true. I'm just telling you based on this website what it seems to maybe happen. And I tried to explain to you guys. This doesn't mean that if this is true, this doesn't mean Prismatic Evolutions is a bad set. I didn't say that at all, and you guys got the wrong idea. I told you guys, I still think this set is going to perform extremely well. I still think because it's an Eevee set. And a lot of you guys were trying to say that this was not a driving factor of the set. Now, like I said, even without the Master Ball thing, even if it was totally out of the set, it's still a good set. I'm not saying it's bad, and a lot of you guys got the wrong idea, but my point was this. My point was that a lot of people, saw the Japanese side of these Master Balls and was really, and you can't deny that people were really mainly talking about Master Balls, this being a crazy thing because long term, the scarcity of the Master Balls is so hard to pull on the Japanese side. On the English side, it's going to go crazy. You can't deny that people were talking about it, and that was a major, and from what I've seen, the main thing people were talking about was Master Balls because it was a thing that we didn't get on the English side, and this is going to be the first set, and everyone was talking about it. You can't deny that fact. And I see a lot of people in the comments, and I really feel like it's the people that bought at higher prices. Because you guys, I've said this the whole time with Prismatic Evolutions. You guys that bought at retail, at MSRP, I am not talking to you. Like, I'm not talking to you at all. If you got it at $50 in Elite Trainer Box, that's great. I am not talking to you. But this whole time, I've been talking about people buying it like $100 in Elite Trainer Box. And I feel like these are really the people that were commenting on my video saying, oh, the Master Ball thing not being the set, even if it is true, it doesn't matter because it's still going to perform good. Yes, I get it, but it definitely has an effect of the set. And people, I feel like, are underplaying the fact that if these are actually not in the set and you cannot pull these Master Ball cards like you can on the Japanese side in Terrestrial Festival, it does have long-term effects and also short-term effects. And I'm telling you guys, it's the people that bought it $100 in Elite Trainer Box. I'm not talking to people that pre-ordered $50. I'm not talking to you. The people at $100, those are the people I'm talking about. Because believe it or not, the Master Ball thing is a huge deal. People are underplaying it. I understand. If you bought $100 and you're seeing this, it's not good news. It is what it is. This is all speculation still. Like, I can't tell you guys if this website is 100% true. I've said this. Based on this website, I don't know if this is 100% true or not. I mean, I don't know, but I'm basing it off of this. So just understand that, guys. I'm not saying this is 100% website is 100%, this is what's happening. But this is what I've been seeing, go on online and from this website that is, I guess, reputable in this, whole space. They're saying this stuff. And, you guys out there that ordered and pre-ordered at $100. I feel like, people were saying that this was going to go, people are buying $100, obviously, because they think it's going to go to 200. This has some effect to that, believe it or not, that Master Balls possibly now are not going to be in the main set. It has an effect, and I think people are downplaying it because they bought it $100. Because, guys, look at the Japanese side. I know there's going to be angry people in the comments. I mean, all the time when I talk about Prismatic, there's angry people. But especially now that I'm bringing up the bad news or whatever. Look at the top 10 cards on the Japanese side. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4. This booster box doesn't count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of the 10, how many are Master Balls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Master Ball cards out of the top 10 cards. That's half of the top cards. So for people out there saying, oh, it's nothing, it's still going to perform well. Yeah, the set's going to perform well. But half of the top 10 cards are Master Balls on the Japanese side. So to downplay this, say, oh, it's nothing, it's still going to go to the moon of 200, like, it's just not realistic, guys. Like, seriously, I know it's copium, I know people are copium, I get it. But, like, be real here. Like, to say this has no effect, like, look at this. Like, it's going to have an effect. I'm not saying this is going to perform bad, but if you bought it $100 and now you thought before it's going to hit 200, well, if this news is true, that whole thing, that whole idea, it's seeming to be further and further away. Like, it seems like the reach is getting further away now. Like, even if these were in the set, I thought 200 was still kind of crazy. But now that we have this supposed, news now that it's not going to be in the main set. You can't really pull them. The reach seems even further now. And I'm just trying to be realistic, and that's what people don't understand. I'm really not trying to be argumentative here or super negative. It's just what's happening. It's just the news that I'm seeing here. And just a lot of people are underplaying this, that if this is true, people are saying, oh, it's going to still go up. But if you bought $100, do you think it's still going to go to 200 even with this news? Like, you can think that, you can have your own opinion, but I think this has some serious effects short term if you're trying to flip this stuff, buying at $100. And long term too, because you guys have to, and I made a completely separate video about this, but the pull rates, do matter. The pull rates matter a lot, and especially if these master ball things are not, in the set, which obviously is all speculation, whatever. Like, you guys gotta understand something. There's no illustration rares in the set. If there's also no master balls or whatever, you guys, I'm not trying to, I don't want to be the people saying Surging Sparks is Vivid Voltage. I don't want to be that group. But if the master balls really are not, and we get more confirmation that they're really not in the set, you guys, I don't think the pull rates are not going to be extremely difficult. Think about it. There's no illustration rares, so there's no secondary pulls. If there's no master balls, I mean, what is there to pull? So if we get more confirmation as time comes, we get closer to release date, and it's really true that these master balls are going to be promo cards, like if that's true, you guys, I think it would be crazy if Pokemon made a set. No, they didn't bring the master balls on this the English side, and they don't have illustration rares, and then the SIRs are super hard to pull. I don't see that being a thing. I mean, there's already 32 or whatever, or how many EV or not evolution, how many SIRs is going to be. Like, I don't see a place where these are extremely hard to pull. So like I said, I don't want to be the people, saying that this is the Crown Zenith, of of Scarlet Violet. But if the Master Ball thing is true, I'm starting to believe that it possibly maybe is going to be somewhat like that. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, look at Crown Zenith. If this is somewhat like a Crown Zenith and cards are easier to pull, Crown Zenith is still performing extremely well. And this is an Eevee set. So like I said, I'm not trying to hate on the set. Like, I think that's what a lot of people get. But I'm just sharing the news with you guys. And, I feel like a lot of people, especially, I get it. Like, people have money. They paid whatever, $100. And I get it. I'm talking about bad news. It's understandable. But it's like, I'm just trying to bring news here. And this Master Ball thing is a big deal, whether you want to believe it or not. And people are saying, oh, it's just a little bit. It was just a cherry on top. You guys, I showed you. The top 5 of the top 10 cards are Master Balls. Like, it's a decent deal. Because the Master Balls on the Japanese side are hard to pull, and that's what it had going for, like, the exclusivity in the long term. Like, I saw so many people online talk about the long term of this Umbreon Master Ball's gonna be crazy and stuff. You guys, if it's not in the set, it's gonna have an effect. Like, don't cope here. It's just going to. Like, that's, people want to lie and stuff and say nothing. Like, it's gonna have some sort of effect. Like, to say it has no effect is crazy. And, if the pull rates are easier in the set, it's still going to perform well, but buying $100 in Elite Trainer box, it just doesn't seem as attractive anymore. Like, I get people that were trying to flip these at $100 and, or just like buy them at $100 and then flip them, and these Master Ball things. Like, sure, maybe, but even now, like I'm saying, it's further away. If this is really true, maybe in a few weeks from now we get more confirmation. If it's really true, the reach is so much further away now. Like, this, especially if pull rates are easier. It's, in my opinion, the Crown Zenith thing. Like, I don't want to be one of those people, but it's seeming like it could possibly be that way, especially because there's no illustration rares. Like, seriously, it's feeling that a little bit more that way with this news, and I don't know. I think the set's still good, but the whole flip in this thing going to 200 now, it just seems more not possible than before. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to revisit this because a lot of you guys, I got some heat in that video, and some of you guys, were saying this is not a big deal, but I think a lot of people are underplaying it. And like I said, I don't know if this is 100% true. Maybe in a few weeks from now, we get confirmation it's in the set. Then I was wrong. Then this whole thing was wrong. I mean, like I said, I'm not personally saying this is happening. I'm basing off the website. So it's possible maybe this, I don't know where this website got this news from. I don't know what, where they got their stuff from. But based on this, and it seems like this is a reputable site that people use, if this is real, it's a decent deal in the set. Like I said, this is not a bad set. It's just the performance is going to be different now that if it's not in the set, it's going to take an effect. Like, let's not underplay this, guys. So that's all I want to talk about today. Comment down below your beliefs. So what you think is going to happen. Do you think this website's wrong? just let me know, because I saw the comments in the last video and stuff. It was a lot of people were saying this is not gonna have any effect. Comment down below your opinions once again. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.